That voice that whispers, do I really belong here? Am I ready? What if they find out I'm not as capable as they think? Most people would call that imposter syndrome. But what if that feeling isn't just self-doubt? What if it's the result of something deeper, something external? This episode is about distortion, how systems, norms, and narratives reshape the way your leadership gets seen, and why calling everything imposter syndrome can keep you chasing confidence instead of reclaiming clarity. Welcome to NayliTV, where we help women rise in leadership without shrinking, overfunctioning, or becoming someone they are not. I'm Nayli Russo, leadership strategist, former executive for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and founder of Undeniable. And here's what I know. When the system keeps misreading your leadership, it's not your confidence that's broken, it's the lens. Let's break it down. Imposter syndrome says, I don't believe in myself. Distortion is the system doesn't recognize how I lead. Big difference. Distortion happens when your leadership doesn't match the dominant mold. If you are calm under pressure, they say you're too passive. If you're bold and direct, you're intimidating. If you lead through care, then you're seen as too nice. If you're strategic but introverted, you get passed over for someone flashier. That's not insecurity, that's misrecognition. And if you're navigating that dynamic day after day, your self-trust starts to erode. Not because you lack confidence, but because the system isn't built to affirm your kind of power. Here is the danger. If you mistake distortion for imposter syndrome, you make it your fault. You start self-diagnosing. I need to work on my confidence. I should be more assertive. I guess I'm not ready. But what if that self-doubt is actually an accurate perception of how the system is treating you? And the real fix isn't to perform louder, it's to recalibrate smarter. When you name distortion for what it is, you stop shrinking to survive and you start strategizing to lead. There are 3 ways to reclaim your leadership story. The first is that I want you to name the distortion. Ask yourself, is this feedback about my capability or just my style? Don't confuse misalignment with inadequacy. Second, I want you to translate your value. Don't just work harder, make your impact legible. Say things like, hey, here's the strategic impact I have been driving, and here's how it aligns with our goals. Big difference. And third, anchor to your power style. When you know how you naturally lead and how systems tend to misread it, you stop spinning, you lead from clarity, not compensation. Listen, you are not broken, you have been distorted. Yes, you have felt self-doubt, but it's not always self-generated. When you move through spaces that were not built to recognize your leadership, your reflection gets wrapped. That's not imposter syndrome, that's distortion. And the fix isn't to fix you, it's to fix the way you have been seen. If you want to decode how your leadership gets distorted, then of course I'm going to invite you to take my free Power Style quiz at naylirusso.com/quiz. You'll get your Power Style profile, a strategy video on how it gets misread, and real tools to shift how your leadership lands. And of course, if this episode resonated with you, please share it with someone who is tired of doubting themselves. And make sure to subscribe to NayliTV for weekly clarity, voice, and strategy. You're not too much, you're not too quiet, you're not making it up. You are just being distorted by the system around you. So let's make your leadership undeniable.